Are you curious about how many years a person has left after reaching the age of 70? As years pass, every moment gains special value, and the truth is the human body itself sends signals predicting its longevity. Some individuals past 70 continue to feel strong, energetic, and full of vitality. Others, however, gradually slow down, facing various ailments and chronic fatigue. The difference often lies in several key, sometimes subtle, yet highly significant, indicators that can reveal insights into the future. This article will explore 7 such signs that may point to a person's potential lifespan after age 70. These are not mere speculations or folk beliefs, but scientifically proven patterns, thoroughly studied by researchers and medical professionals in individuals leading long, fulfilling lives. By the end of this discussion, you will have precise knowledge of what to observe in your own body and lifestyle, and more importantly, what steps you can take to maximize your chances for longevity and robust health. Once these indicators are recognized, you will gain a clear understanding of your current state and what adjustments might be needed to add precious years to your life. The first sign warranting close attention is a person's walking speed. One of the most compelling indicators of potential longevity after age 70 isn't found in genetic code, medical records, or even diet. It's much simpler and more accessible to observe: the pace at which someone walks. Numerous studies have undeniably shown that individuals maintaining a steady, energetic walking pace at age 70 and beyond generally live longer than their peers whose gait has significantly slowed. This correlation is explained by a direct link between walking speed and overall health, muscle strength, cardiovascular system efficiency, and even cognitive brain functions. For illustration, consider 2 men, Joe and Frank, both 75 years old. Joe takes walks every morning, maintaining a consistent rhythm, and has no trouble crossing a busy street or climbing stairs. His movements are smooth, balanced, and confident. Frank, however, was very active in the past, but his pace has significantly decreased over the last few years. He struggles to keep up, often needs to stop and rest, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. While Joe's energetic pace indicates optimal body function, Frank's slowing speed can be an alarming sign of declining health. A slow, unsteady gait isn't just an inevitable sign of aging. It can point to underlying issues like muscle atrophy, circulatory problems, or even early stages of neurological disorders. A person's legs are their foundation, and when they weaken, the body's overall stability inevitably declines. However, there's good news. Walking speed can be improved. The more a person walks, the stronger they remain. If you notice your pace slowing, don't ignore it. Start making small but consistent efforts to build strength, whether by increasing walk duration, using light weights, or doing simple leg exercises. Ultimately, how fast you move through life can literally tell a lot about how long you'll be able to move at all. Therefore, paying attention to your pace is crucial. It might be the simplest and most accessible way to assess your longevity potential. The second important indicator is a person's grip strength. Believe it or not, the firmness of a handshake can reveal far more about an individual's future than one might expect. Scientific research has convincingly demonstrated that grip strength is one of the most obvious and reliable indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A strong, confident grip signifies well-developed musculature, efficient blood circulation, and a well-coordinated nervous system. Conversely, a weakened or gradually declining grip can serve as an early signal of muscle mass loss, increasing frailty, and even a heightened risk of various health complications. Consider Robert, a 78-year-old man who always prided himself on his powerful handshake. He continued to lead an active lifestyle, regularly engaged in light athletics, and never struggled with opening tight jars or carrying heavy grocery bags. However, Walter, also 78, began noticing that simple daily tasks, like twisting open a bottle cap or holding a heavy shopping bag, became much harder than before. He tended to attribute these changes to inevitable aging, unaware that his progressive decline in grip strength was an alarming signal of muscle mass loss. This condition, in turn, significantly increased his susceptibility to falls, injuries, and, consequently, could lead to a reduced overall lifespan. A person's hands serve as a mirror, reflecting the overall state of their muscular system. If your grip weakens, it's highly probable that other body muscles are undergoing similar changes. And the more strength the body loses, the harder it becomes to maintain independence, activity, and overall endurance. However, there's encouraging news. Grip strength can be restored. Simple yet regular exercises, such as squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or even carrying light weights, can effectively maintain grip strength and preserve muscle mass. So, take a moment and check your grip strength. If your handshake feels less firm than before, or if daily tasks have become challenging, do not ignore these signals. How confidently you hold onto objects today can reveal a lot about how firmly you'll hold on to life in the years to come. The third sign deserving special attention is a person's ability to stand on one leg. Most people don't consider the importance of balance until they start losing it. However, the ability to maintain balance while standing on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity. Numerous studies have revealed that people with balance issues are significantly more prone to falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. Conversely, those who maintain good balance at age 70 and beyond generally live longer and enjoy more robust health. Let's consider two women, Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always led an active lifestyle. She takes daily walks, practices yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground for several seconds without losing stability. Nancy, on the other hand, has neglected her balance for years. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately starts to sway, needing support to stay upright. Nancy doesn't realize this loss of balance isn't just an annoyance, but a serious warning sign of potential decline in her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function. Good balance directly depends on leg strength, nervous system acuity, and brain health. If you notice yourself stumbling more often, feeling unsteady during quick turns, or needing to lean on walls or furniture, it's time to act. The good news is balance can be improved. Simple exercises like standing on one leg for a few seconds daily, heel-to-toe walking, or gentle Tai Chi can help restore stability. Try this test now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds effortlessly? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The more effort you put into improving your balance today, the stronger and steadier you'll be in the years to come. The fourth sign of immense importance is a person's sleep pattern. The quality of one's nightly sleep reveals much about their potential lifespan. Sleep is not merely a period of rest. It's when the body actively recovers, strengthens the immune system, and clears toxins from the brain. Research has convincingly shown that people over 70 who maintain consistent, high-quality sleep generally live longer and enjoy more robust health. Conversely, those suffering from sleep disturbances have an increased risk of cognitive decline, cardiovascular diseases, and weakened immunity. Consider two men, Henry and Bill, both around 75. Henry goes to bed at the same time, sleeps about 7 hours each night, and wakes up feeling fully rested. Bill, however, spends restless nights, tossing and turning, waking up multiple times, and sometimes can't fall asleep at all. Over time, Henry's body continues to function optimally, his mind remains sharp, and his energy levels are stable. Bill, conversely, starts experiencing brain fog, daytime fatigue, and even blood pressure changes, all directly linked to his declining sleep quality. If you frequently wake up at night, struggle to stay asleep, or feel exhausted even after hours in bed, don't dismiss these symptoms. Your body is sending important signals. Poor sleep can stem from many factors: stress, imbalanced diet, lack of physical activity, or even undiagnosed conditions like sleep apnea. However, there's good news. Sleep quality can be significantly improved. Simple changes, such as reducing screen time before bed, maintaining a regular sleep schedule, getting natural sunlight in the mornings, or avoiding heavy meals at night, can have a huge positive impact. Sleep is more than just feeling rested. It's a key factor for maintaining optimal body and mind function. So, tonight, pay attention to how you sleep. If you wake up tired, struggle to fall asleep, or feel your sleep has changed over recent years, it's time to make necessary adjustments. How well you rest today can directly determine how strong and healthy you remain in the years to come. The fifth crucial sign is a person's appetite and eating habits. How an individual eats after reaching age 70 is one of the most powerful indicators of their potential lifespan. A healthy appetite and balanced diet keep the body strong, ensure immune system resilience, and maintain high energy levels. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite or unhealthy eating habits can signal hidden health problems and even accelerate aging processes. Consider two women, Margaret and Susan, both 74. Margaret enjoys her meals, consumes a variety of fresh whole foods, and maintains a stable weight. She looks forward to cooking her own meals and feels energetic throughout the day. Susan, however, has noticed she simply doesn't feel as hungry as before. She skips meals, relies on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. What Susan doesn't realize is that her reduced appetite isn't just a minor change, but an alarming signal that her body may not be properly absorbing nutrients, which in turn can weaken her muscles, slow metabolism, and even negatively impact her immune system. Reduced appetite in older adults is often linked to underlying health issues, including digestive disorders, hormonal changes, or even early signs of cognitive impairment. When the body doesn't receive enough food, it begins to break down muscle tissue, leading to overall weakness, frailty, and an increased risk of falls and various diseases. If you notice changes in your eating habits, whether it's getting full too quickly, a lack of interest in food, or unexpected weight loss, it's crucial to take timely action. Proper nutrition after 70 is not just about satisfying hunger. It's about providing the body with all necessary nutrients for its full functioning. Focus on whole, nutrient-rich foods, maintain adequate hydration, and never ignore a decreased appetite. It could be your body signaling a need for attention to specific health aspects. Ask yourself, do you still enjoy eating? Are you getting enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep your body strong? Or have you noticed a decline in appetite and energy levels? How you eat today directly impacts how strong and independent you will be in the years to come. The sixth sign of profound importance is a person's ability to cope with stress. How an individual reacts to stressful situations after age 70 can reveal much about their lifespan. Chronic stress doesn't just negatively impact mood. It weakens the immune system, increases the risk of heart disease, and even accelerates aging processes. Conversely, people who can effectively manage stress generally remain healthier, more active, and maintain mental clarity in older age. Consider John and Richard, both 76. John faces challenges like anyone else: unexpected expenses, health issues, family matters. But he has learned to handle them calmly and confidently. He practices deep breathing, stays socially active, and doesn't dwell on problems longer than necessary. Richard, however, is constantly stressed. He worries incessantly about things beyond his control, feels overwhelmed by minor disappointments, and often gets stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant stress wears down his body. Blood pressure rises, sleep suffers, and energy levels decline. Long-term stress causes inflammation in the body, which is linked to nearly all major age-related diseases, from Alzheimer's to heart conditions. If you often feel tense, irritable, or emotionally exhausted, don't ignore these signals. Finding ways to manage stress, whether through mindfulness, exercise, deep breathing, or even laughter, can add years to your life. Ask yourself, when difficulties arise, do you adapt and move forward, or do you cling to worry and let stress take over? Your ability to stay calm, find solutions, and focus on what you can control isn't just good for your mind. It's a key factor in how long and well you will live. The seventh sign of colossal importance is a person's social connections. The strength of your relationships can be one of the clearest indicators of how long you may live after age 70. Research consistently shows that people with strong social ties, whether friendships, family, or active community involvement generally live longer and enjoy more robust health. Loneliness, conversely, is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, depression, cognitive impairment, and even early mortality. Consider two women, Eleanor and Barbara, both 78. Eleanor leads a rich social life. She maintains close ties with old friends, actively participates in a local book club, and enjoys spending time with family. She looks forward to connecting, often laughs, and feels a deep bond with those around her. Barbara, however, spends most of her time in solitude. Over the years, she's lost touch with many friends, and while she has family, she rarely interacts with them. As months pass, she begins to feel isolated, her mood declines, and her overall health gradually suffers. Human connection is more than just emotional support. It plays a direct role in maintaining physical health. When a person interacts with others, their brain stays active, stress levels decrease, and the body releases chemicals that promote overall well-being. If you find yourself withdrawing from social activities, avoiding phone calls, or spending more time alone than before, it's time to change this situation. Staying connected doesn't mean you need to be constantly surrounded by people. Even small efforts, reaching out to an old friend, joining a hobby group, or making a habit of having meaningful conversations, can make a huge difference. The relationships you cultivate today don't just bring happiness. They help ensure your health and longevity in the years to come. In conclusion, now that you've learned about these 7 important signs, take a moment to reflect deeply on your current situation. Are you moving through life with inherent strength and confidence, or have you noticed subtle, barely perceptible changes that might serve as warning signs? Encouragingly, most of these factors, walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are aspects that can be improved. Your future is not predetermined, and the choices you make today can powerfully influence how many years of life you have ahead. If you've identified areas needing improvement, don't wait for a medical professional to tell you to change. Start acting now. Walk more, strengthen your muscles, prioritize quality sleep, stay socially active, and find effective ways to manage stress. The goal isn't just to live longer, but to live better. Because ultimately, longevity isn't solely about the number of years remaining, but the quality of life you experience during those years.